Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. As Shadow Nemesis relinquished control, Adam was torn from his nightmare and remembered nothing since meeting the judge. So Dell caught him up, leaning into the kinder aspects of who Adam used to be, but felt rather conflicted about it. Meanwhile, Tyler and New Rogue traversed the Barren Hills to the rough camp of the Wares, learning that Streamlabbing Tyler had displaced them from their home on the Rootless Evergreen and left them without a source of food. New Rogue offered his master pea powder to feed them for a short time. But they'll have to go fishing too if they're to survive for long. Can they save this community from disaster? I doubt it.
Our heroes are three comedians and a stage manager. They are the sketch troupe known as Wet Change. They were performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival when they were sucked into Ravenloft. It turns out they were summoned by the god Ezra, god of the mists, to help Ezra escape being trapped inside this wall of domains that is known as Ravenloft, and to help all of our heroes return to Earth. Ezra thought that they were getting a collection of heroes, ended up getting sketch comedians by accident. Forced to learn to survive in this realm, all four of our heroes embraced darker powers and general spoopiness. Adam has been possessed by a symbiote that requires him to either waste people's time or eat people's brains to survive, and Adam does not like wasting people's time. Dell has communed with ghosts and gained much of their power, along with embracing the Reality Blade, a weapon that lets her carve into the air and take her visual art and make it magical reality. Adam, I forgot, also took on the role of the Black Knight, has become tremendously evil, summoned an army of squires, murdered a guy, claimed his daughter as his own, lied to her about the fact that he murdered her dad, raised her to be evil, that she found out what was going on. It's been a time for him. Tyler, he is now green, and he's got horns. He's got a pinky he can remove and leave with friends. He's got long flowing black hair and a beard, just like Tyler does in real life. Hello, my friend.
What happened there with the voice?
Tell and I have made too many hot guy tie jokes. All right, and we have Guy Bradford, who arrived in Ravenloft and tragically died. Then he was brought back from the dead. He lost all of his memories, but he has ghostly spectral hands and feet that kill anyone he's touching slowly and painfully. But he's back. He's taken on a new identity as New Rogue. And all four of our heroes trained in traditional D&D style classes. Adam became a barbarian, channeling his dark rage. He's also renamed himself Shadow Nemesis. And chat gave him a gun, so he has Revolver Nemesis. Dell trained as a bard of the Spirit College, so she's got a bunch of cool spooky powers. Tyler became a blade singer, or a wizard who can kick your ass if you don't kick him, because if you kick him one time, he's going down so hard. Yeah. And New Rogue trained as a cleric of Ezra, a cleric of life, just hoping to find a bright, beautiful, godly future. Along the way, our heroes found some friends and some enemies. They defeated a Dark Lord. Adam still has one squire with him that has become part of his evil entourage, though that squire died and is living, his soul is trapped inside a doll, but he's hoping to use that doll to steal someone else's cooler body. So then our heroes defeated that first Dark Lord and went to a new realm. Along the way, they also found Rumple Foreskin, the Bone Horse. I forgot we were talking about friends for a second, who is another Mistwalker trying to find the rest of the herd of bone horses of Boleen that are somewhere inside Ravenloft. Tyler, who's been joined by Ivan, his very chill familiar, who has been summoned and died and summoned and died. But for Ivan, that's totally cool. Doesn't really hurt. He just transitions. That's fine. And our dearest friend, New Rogue, after struggling many long and solitary nights, the mists gave him a goat, Jack Magnum, who he can touch without killing. So he does love that goat. Arriving in this second realm, our heroes know that they need to defeat the Dark Lord, so one of them can take that Dark Lord's place. Doing this 4 times will let them break free with Ezra, or so they have been told. Adam, Shadow Nemesis, was the first one. They arrived in this realm, journeyed through some woods with faces trapped inside trees, ended up having a doll body adventure, and then went to Protection Town, where Denton Arthur, an elderly artificer, has a town filled with no one else. All of the other people were tragically lost to him. He'd lost his wife, he lost the village, and now a small number of robots are protecting it and fighting these stitched together creepy monsters in the woods. He recognized our characters as heroes and helped them on their quest, knowing that there is an evil demon named Acer Sanguine who runs this realm. Acer came to threaten Wet Change, and specifically New Rogue, who Acer named the chosen one of this realm because New Rogue said he wasn't a hero, but is also a small-town cleric learning about faith, which, as we all know, is Act 1 of any hero's story. Acer created evil doppelgangers of each of our heroes and scattered them throughout this realm with lightning so that they could ruin the good name of Wet Change and guarantee that they would never receive a hero's welcome in this realm. Our heroes had to choose between going to the Desert March to visit the Knoll Hole to help the Knolls who are battling their doppelganger, or to go to the Barren Hills to battle a doppelganger of Tyler's. And they decided to go to the Barren Hills. Along the way, they stayed overnight in the Nameless Graveyard, where they were forced to battle a Gargoyle King after celebrating a very magical Thanksgiving. Defeating the Gargoyle King, they made their way onwards to the Barren Hills inside their fortified carriage. When they arrived, they ended up behind because the mists provided and protected them from the machinations of the very easily bored and obsessed with being cool/dying Nilbog. And they ended up behind 3 were creatures who were ready to ambush them on the road, having calculated that they needed to talk to these creatures to determine whether or not they were evil. And if they were even sort of neutral, then they would absolutely steal their body for Dr. Deputy so he could stop being a doll. They successfully negotiated with the creatures. It got a little violent, and New Rogue almost died before being saved by the Terminator tattoo on Terminator 2 poster tattoo on his back, gifted to him by Ezra. Yeah. And they finally met the people of this area, the Were tribe. So it turns out there's a tribe full of Were people who've all been affected by the curse of lycanthropy and other versions of canthropies, because they are a collection of different animals, and they have been forced off of the Rootless Evergreen, a floating magical tree that goes over these barren hills covered in rocks and stones and nothing else, where they could ground fish for ground worms that dig underground and will not come up if something is touching the soil anywhere near them. Our party was forced to split because they told these Were people a little too much about how evil Shadow Nemesis was. And at the same time, the Mists gifted Shadow Nemesis. I put gift in an everybody except Shadow Nemesis thought it was a gift. They cursed him with a bracelet that forced him to tell the truth, running away from the party and these new people because he did not want to reveal his secrets. He enacted an evil plan to bring Adam back. Shadow Nemesis has sunk down into the subconscious and released Adam from a psychologically torturous yet magical yet drug-fueled nightmare psych ward inside his own mind. And Adam seems pretty well adjusted, honestly, based on how creepy it was. He's pretty chill. However, Dr. Deputy is not thrilled that there is no Black Knight, but Del managed to smooth things over, hiding the fact that Adam had done anything evil, so he just thinks he's been a nice, heroic guy, and she convinced Dr. Deputy that Shadow Nemesis is really just inside Adam's heart, so he doesn't need to wear a helmet or act like the Black Knight. That's definitely going to work forever. Nothing will bite her in the ass there. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, our friends Tyler and New Rogue went to the Were village, where specifically no one was allowed to bring Shadow Nemesis because they admitted how evil he was allowed. And the villagers almost decided to eat Jack Magnum, the goat of New Rogues, until they realized they had enough Master P powder, Puchesma's powder, to be able to feed this entire village if they needed to just eat dirt. However, they were going to attempt to go fish for worms first because Tyler has a magical ability. I don't know what it is, but it'll get them off the ground so they can go fishing. So we have a group going fishing, and we have a group staying by the carriage well away from town. They'd originally hoped to be able to stay in contact, but they're separated enough that even magical messages back and forth are not going to be possible. So the question is, what will happen? Who knows? There are 2 Were tigers that are on their way to protect the carriage, but more importantly, protect the village from Shadow Nemesis. And our other friends are going fishing. And that's the update. Ta-da! Are there any questions any of our players have? Is there anything you can't remember from the previous session you want me to cover?
Yeah. So just want to make sure I'm correct on this point. You can see the Rootless Evergreen when you jump and you're not touching the ground, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. That's all.
Cool. Tyler, do we have any other? Oh, Adam, what's up?
Oh, sorry. I just had a question. I didn't check this before, but is the bracelet like attached to me and I can't take it off, or is there like a latch and I just didn't like?
That feels like an in-game question. I can't answer that one for you here.
Okay. All right. But I was just curious. Did I overreact and I could just be like, no, I just take it.
Who knows? That's a very good question. We'll see if Adam in World thinks of it like Adam out of World did. I think it is time for us to return to Ravenloft. Del. Adam, just Adam, has curled up into a little ball and fallen asleep.
Yeah.
You've managed to keep the peace up to this point, but you are now left with a carriage next to the road in these barren hills. What do you do to pass the time while Adam sleeps?
I'm gonna sneak out of the carriage and like let Adam sleep in there and take the Dr. Deputy robot out with me, because Dr. Deputy said he was stuck in that. So I'm gonna try and get him out of that, but basically set up kind of sitting on the ground next to the carriage so that I can chat with Rumple Foreskin and I can check on this situation with this robot.
Great. How do you want to try to extricate a doll from a broken robot?
Yeah, I think I'm looking at it as if it's a giant toy or something, but I can't have the reality blade, so I'm kind of trying to get it in between the panels. Maybe I can pry open a little. Instead of super crazy brute force, I'm like, I'll just take time and fiddle with it and try to get it slowly open in a way that doesn't break it more, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, that seems really smart. Can you roll me a sleight of hand? But not with a D20, for the mists rise up around you, Del. Can you roll me a D6?
Keep it up, mists.
We got it. We got this. We got this. It's a 1. I don't ever roll these.
Goodbye, Dr. Deputy.
From inside the robot, you hear a voice say, "Self-destruct activated."
Oh no.
In 12.
Oh no.
11. You have 2 rounds to do what you will with this robot.
Okay. Okay.
I'm asleep.
Okay. No. Okay, I'm gonna try
One
to
round
slice.
left.
The world slows around you because in actuality, a round is considered like a turn to be about 6 seconds. So that's why you've got the 12 countdown gives you your two rounds.
Right.
You've got this. The world slows down. You have a moment for Del to think.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the reality blade a little bit more into its, instead of sword length, I guess knife length. I'm going to draw out the blade on it and then slice off a section of the outer edge of this robot. Not enough that I will slice through the middle and hit Dr. Deputy, but enough to try and take a section out so that I can get him out of the middle of it.
So you want to shave like a vertical piece off of the face of the robot, or how exactly are you doing it? When you're looking at this, you're seeing a drum kettle style body with a door that's been dented in and in place. He's got the 1950s style robot arms with hoses at the shoulder that are just bent to shit. His legs have been dragged along the ground and are scuffed to the point where the knees can't quite straighten anymore. And the jetpack on the back of the armor is badly dented on one side, so one jet doesn't fire appropriately, though they are both deactivated at this moment.
Yeah, I imagine if it's just the part that he sits in, I want, if it's circular or square, I want to take a section of the side off. So like,
you're carving a hole in the side of the squat tall can that is the body of this robot.
Yes, I want to just open a side of this can.
Are you trying to do a direct attack, or are you trying to work within the framework of this robot structure?
We're going faster, so I think I just want to stay away from the middle where Dr. Deputy is, but I want to take a whole side of it off. So like the side of it off.
Yeah, that's an attack then. Let's do an attack roll. You do know the story of the, I think, Avenger. I don't know if that helps you, but you do know it.
I don't think that helps me, but I can cast... Can I cast guidance on myself?
I believe it's an action, right?
Oh, it is an action. So that will
you could do that, and then you'll have one chance.
No.
Oh, God.
No, I'm just going to try. I'm not going to waste time with that. I'm just going to slice it. Okay. That is a 21.
Oh,
that will successfully break through the armor. Nice. Can you roll me your damage?
Yes. Got a D8 as I'm sweating over here. 9 damage.
9 damage. You carve out the side of this robot, and there is a small gap that Dr. Deputy can try to wriggle out. I'm going to roll for him. He's
Okay.
gonna, oh, God, get me out!
I'm trying.
He cannot haul himself out, but the hole is growing larger. You've done the damage and hauled it open. And that's when you see Rumple Foreskin, who's standing next to you, go, oh, fuck this. And they're going to take a kick at the can of this body to try to bash
Yes,
the rest
thank
of the way
you.
open. And with a nat 20, they kick the robot so hard the doll flies out. So Dr.
I'm gonna
Deputy
grab
is
him.
clear. You catch him. At a nat 20, he flies into your arms and he's right there. You've got it. But the robot body, broken open and thoroughly damaged, is there as you hear the countdown continuing and you realize you have one turn to get an explosive, self-destructive robot body away from a carriage where Adam is sleeping.
Okay. Rumble, kick it again. Kick it far away.
Roll another 20.
All right, Rumple's going to go for it. Rumple rolls a nat 1. Rumple kicks out, and Rumple's hoof is now stuck in the exploding robot. What do you do?
Oh.
No. Okay, I'm gonna. No. Oh no!
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Slice is about to operate.
Yeah, I guess I gotta slice the robot off of Rumple Foreskin now.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in between this robot and Rumple Foreskin and slice it off. So if it blows up, it's gonna be closer to me.
At least I'll die in my sleep. I mean, that's kind of a nice way to go. All right.
All right. So I want to be clear. You are going in between. You are trying to slice around the robot to free Rumple Foreskin. And then is there a plan after freeing the leg, or is it just free the leg?
I think it's free the leg, and if I can get the leg free, I guess it's all with sword and hitting this robot to try and get it further away. Like, there's no time to do anything. None of my magic is good for this. I could just swear at this robot, but
Okay. You raise your blade to try to cut this leg free, and the mists swirl up around you.
Oh, man.
And I'm going to need you to roll a d6.
No, why? What's happening?
But meanwhile, several miles away,
Oh, Adam was going to Yamcha like hard there. He was.
Yeah, is that?
Tyler and New Rogue, you've arrived several miles away from the village. This is slightly later because Dell's thing is happening in 12 seconds.
Yes. I do need to
You've
send a
arrived miles away
message
from the
before I
village.
go out of range, but that
Yes,
can happen whenever you think works best. I've got a
What was
10-mile
your
range on
intention?
my pinky finger message to Dell.
Yes. So you started out 5 miles away from Dell, where the camp is among the hills, and you were moving 10 miles away from that. You had originally said you wanted to send a message to tell them where the village was. You had been forbidden from doing that. Does casting the spell require a visual component or a somatic component? Do you have to say anything? Do you have to do anything?
It is a feature of my Eerie token, aka my detachable pinky finger, which I previously gave to Dell. And so having it on her person, means I can do a couple things here. One of them being a telepathic message. As an action, I can send a telepathic message to the creature holding or carrying your token. If they are within 10 miles, the message can contain up to 25 words. I have 25 words.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
Knowing that that is happening, and we don't know the outcome of the other thing, I'm going to say you are walking towards that distance, and you were about to cross that 5-mile line, and you send the message. Because it is innately part of your pinky, I think the spell would be innately part of your body. It would not have a verbal or any of the other components that would be visible to somebody else. So if you want to send a message, you can.
Yes. Okay. I would like to send the message before going out of range. It doesn't specify if I can do one or the other, if I can do both, but I can also do remote viewing, where I can view the person holding my pinky finger, but then that basically destroys it. Like I get to do a remote viewing once and then it's gone. But so I definitely want to send the message first and foremost.
Great.
My message is thus: Del, 2 were-tigers are coming to escort you. They don't want Shadow Nemesis near here. If you get lost, jump. Look for... I lost count. Look for new tree, I think is within it. The limit.
I think that worked. I was watching Adam's fingers as Adam counted.
Adam also counted.
Your 25 was like, I lost count.
That's when you run out immediately after that. Are you going to? There's no way for the other party to respond back to the message, correct?
No, there's not. No.
That has been sent. Are you going to do a remote viewing?
Yes, I would send the message, and then I would want to just be able to check in on things. Last I saw, Del was running after Shadow Nemesis, so I just want to make sure that everything's okay there.
Wonderful. You tune in psychologically to see. Can you hear when you do a remote viewing, or can you just see what is there? Can you read me the exact description of what's going on?
Yes, sir. If you are within 10 miles of your token, you can enter a trance as an action. The trance lasts 1 minute, but you can end it early, or if you're incapacitated. During this trance, you can see and hear from the token as if you were located where it is. So I might get like pocket view. I can't remember where the token wound up.
It was in the pocket.
Okay. While you are using your senses as at the token's location, you are blinded and deafened in regards to your own surroundings. When the trance ends, the token is harmlessly destroyed and your finger regrows on your hand.
Ooh. Okay. So
I
you said...
Yeah, I would put a hand on New Rogue's shoulder, which I think is flesh and not soul damaging ghostly.
It's not. It's at my elbows is the cutoff.
Okay, great. Yeah, I would say, New Rogue, I'm just going to go away for a minute here, but you keep walking and just keep me from bumping into stuff, and I'll just put my hand on his shoulder and kind of just wander with him as we're walking to this fishing hole. But yes, audio visual wise, I am with the token.
And you psychologically disassociate just as the cleric Billy Bob turns back and says, "Wait, what's he doing?" But we're back to the original scene. Tyler, can you roll me a perception to see what your finger can hear?
Oh, my finger's not a good listener. My finger is in my ear, keeping me from listening. Oh. So that's a 2 plus perception for a total of 6.
Tyler, you are in a pocket. When you look out, you see the inside of Del's pocket. Del, do you have anything else in your pocket, Tyler, to be seeing?
My phone.
There's a phone.
Oh,
it's
next
deactivated.
to the finger.
I was just say, would that this finger could like hit apps and shit, but no, unfortunately not.
And you just hear muffled sounds. You can't make out what it is. It's as though fabric was rubbing against an ear because you were hearing through the finger and the jostling of the outfit. You were surrounded by a cacophony of fabric sounds. Outside, Del, you receive a 25-word message, including I lost count, from Tyler as you are desperately trying to free this off.
Yeah, it's absolute panic and scrabbling, and now Tyler's voice is in my head. Hopefully I can remember what that said, because I am in chaos mode. Oh, no.
Roll me a d6.
It's another 1.
Goodbye, everybody.
Just, hey, we all go together.
So as you blow up, it's like, hey, it's Tyler. What's going on? Just wanted to check in. Got 25 words.
Can you roll me your damage?
My damage? Oh,
from your weapon.
Yes. 7.
7. Okay. You try to cut around Rumple Foreskin's leg, and you miss. And as you try to cut around, you sever Rumple Foreskin's back leg at the knee. and it breaks off from the body. Adam, can you roll me a perception with advantage?
Oh man. Oh, my perception is 0.
You have advantage. You get to roll
Okay.
twice.
Thank God for advantage. 16.
16. As you hear the scream of pain from a bone horse, you look out from inside the carriage and see what is happening. You hear the countdown. You realize how close it is. Time slows, and you realize you have one chance to act. Adam McNamara, what do you do?
I will okay, so Adam he's not aware of all these like power upgrades that he got. So he doesn't know that he's on the path of the giant and can like do like awesome like growing stuff. But in the excitement of the moment and the panic, I see that the robot's going to blow up. Dr. Deputy's being held by Dell, right?
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay, so all right. And so Dell's not touching the robot. There's just a horse leg in the robot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Technically,
the horse is detached, but from hoof to knee is in the robot.
Right. I will, in like slow motion action, be like, no, and I'll jump to shove the robot out of the way. But as I go towards it, I will grow an additional 5 feet into my giant body without me even knowing. And I will use my giant strength to like try to just launch this robot as far away from us as possible.
Perfect. Can you roll me a very, very important athletics?
Okay. +2. Is there an advantage on that, or no?
I think you have
danger sense. So danger sense.
Oh wow!
No.
We're gonna
Here
die.
is the option I will give you, Adam. We call this a devil's bargain.
Ruh-roh.
I will let you roll danger sense for you to dive away from this scene and under the carriage. But then you will leave your friends to take this blast. Or you can remain where you are.
Adam wouldn't do that. So I'm going to keep my roll, which is a total of 5.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Quick commercial right here.
Oh my God.
Adam, not being as familiar with the rage as perhaps Shadow Nemesis is, you do have advantage because you are raging on strength checks.
Ooh.
And athletics is strength-based. So roll a very, very important athletics.
Oh, yes. All right. Default. Okay.
Oh no.
5. No. The exact same thing.
Oh no.
This is what the universe has chosen for us.
Oh my God, Adam's evil makes him stronger. Now when you need to be evil.
Is this comeuppance?
And the robot goes up in a massive fiery explosion. Adam, you have foregone a dexterity saving throw, which means you are not dodging this fireball. You are going to take it on the face.
Fair enough.
However, you are in a rage and you are doing this to protect your friends. So I'm going to bend the rules slightly Make me a con saving throw.
Well, I'm not using that dice anymore. All right. Constitution +2. Nat 20. Total of 22.
Nat 20.
I gotta throw
Because
that
of the
other dice
rage. Because of the rage that you are in, you will take half damage from this fireball.
Oh boy, that's a lot of dice rolls.
Yep, it is.
He's still rolling. Oh, stop it. Stop. He's
Half
already
is
dead.
100 damage.
You would normally take 26 HP worth of fire damage.
Okay.
Instead, you take 13.
Okay.
Because of your heroic sacrifice, those behind you will also only take 13. Del,
Yes.
an important question for you. Would you use your body to shield Dr. Deputy and thus take more damage? Or would you be looking out for yourself?
No, I would turn away and shield Dr. Deputy.
All right. Del, you are going to take... Well, that's the max amount. You're going to take 19 damage.
Okay.
And the Dr. Deputy is going to take 7. The extra that you took is subtracted from the Dr. Deputy's damage. As the robot explodes and all of you are engulfed in flames and hit with shrapnel.
I don't really even make a noise. I just get hit and my whole back is charred and I just thud onto the ground forward holding Dr. Deputy.
And Rumple Foreskin also falls to the ground. You are all on fire. Your armor is aflame. Your jacket is aflame. Dr. Deputy is being protected. Can you roll me dex saves? You have succeeded in stopping and dropping. It's now time to roll.
Danger sense?
Danger sense, most definitely. This
Oh,
is a dex
good.
save, so you have advantage.
Oh,
Or you
boy.
would have advantage. As the mist swirls up around you, Adam, can you roll me a d6?
To see if I could stop, drop, and roll, or like... I think it was fan more air on the fire.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Stop,
the
drop, and get up again.
Yeah, stop, drop, spin, blow on the fire. Right, okay. All right. That there's a 5.
Adam's flames go out. He rolls so swiftly and so furiously.
And I rolled a normal dice. Is this okay?
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a nat 20.
Ooh.
You put
Hell yeah.
yourself out and you spare Dr. Deputy from the flames. And you see Rumple Foreskin shakily stand up and sneeze, and the fire on them goes out because they are a fire-fueled bone horse.
I get up. I look around. Oh my God! Is everybody okay? Oh my God! Rumple Foreskin, I'm so sorry. I'm coughing up. I am doing very bad. I look bloody and charred.
Oh, wow, that sucked. Oh. You saved us, Adam?
Adam, oh my God, you stepped in. Adam, are you okay?
I'm just big and crispy on the ground, and I'm just like, everything hurts. What happened? Oh, it's like struggle to my feet.
Tyler, can you roll me a dex, just a straight dex, because this one's more luck than anything else.
That's a straight dex is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The finger has rolled out of a pocket. So you see the flaming scene and you see everyone standing up and congratulating each other on being alive.
Okay. I guess I hear boom and all that, and then out of the darkness I roll to a flaming carnage, but I see my friends get up.
You are correct.
Okay. I've got a minute of this connection here. God, I think it's a minute. Let me just double check. Is it a minute or 10 minutes? 10 miles, it's 1 minute.
Okie dokie. You are watching the scene and hearing this
all I can
conversation.
do is watch. That's all I can do. Yeah. Sorry. God.
Okay. Does anybody see my leg?
Looking in the fiery wreckage.
Yeah, there ain't no leg in there no more. It's gone. Along with my robot. This sucks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Horrible Foreskin, I'm so sorry.
Wait, your leg's just like gone? Like it just got obliterated?
I don't see it anywhere.
Is it like magic? Can your leg can you like summon your leg back or something? I mean, you're magic, right?
I'm magic, but I'm like a skeleton. Like the magic is that I'm alive. This is I don't have like bonus legs. You know, if you lost a leg, can you summon bones again?
No. Okay.
Well, then I guess we're kind of alike.
No.
Oh no.
All right. I'm gonna kind of look through the wreckage for the leg. With and I'm gonna use I'll use my RoboCop spike. I was fiddling with my armor. I was like, oh look, I got a spike. So I'm gonna use that spike to kind of poke at the fire, so I'm not touching it with my hands.
Clever. Del, what are you doing as Adam starts searching through the flaming wreckage?
I'm beside myself. Dr. Deputy, are you Foreskin? And I'm just gonna start to do healing spells. I'm like, Rumble Foreskin, I don't know if your leg can come back, but at least I hope you could feel a little better. I am so sorry for everything that happened. But I love you. Cast healing word on Rumble Foreskin.
The words "I love you" wash over the bone horse. Can you roll the healing?
Yes, it is. Let me make sure how much. It is 7. I cast it at level 2, so it's 7 healing.
That does feel better. And Rumpelstiltskin looks down at their stump of a leg and is like, "No, I didn't do the leg thing though. That's a bummer."
No. Dr. Deputy, I'm glad you're out of the robot and in one piece. I
kind of got burnt, but at the same time, good prank. You're really funny.
Oh wow, yeah, that. I did that on purpose.
Sure did it. Yep, you sure did a joke that got everybody really hurt. It's like you knew that even deep down inside, you're a nemesis too.
Sure. This was all for Shadow Nemesis.
Yep, he's the Black Knight, and you're Del the Betrayer.
What?
Because you tried to kill everyone who were your friends. You can be Del the Betrayer. It's a good villain name. This is your origin story.
I'm gonna put you down now. Down on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna help the Black Knight.
All right, you do that. Ugh.
And he scampers off.
I guess I see Dr. Deputy he completely I completely forgot about him. Oh my God, Dr. Deputy! Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I got kind of burned, but I'm a doll now.
Oh God, I know, a very flammable doll.
Are you gonna give me a new robot, or can I get that were-dragon body like you promised?
Look, I don't know the answer to either of those questions. I don't know where you got this robot from, and I don't know where what a were-dragon is. So maybe just for now you can I don't know, hang tight. Just go in the. Oh, how's the carriage? Is the carriage blown apart or?
Roll me a d6.
I rolled a 1.
The carriage is missing one of its sides. It's still up, but it's been blown open on one side and fully exposed to the environment.
most Sislak inside of his house at one time.
Well, I mean, at least you don't have to worry about those pesky doors anymore, right? Yeah. Why don't you just hang out in there and I'll poke around this fire because I don't want you to get any more burnt if you don't have to.
And Del, that's when you look down and see the wreck of a severed green finger evaporate into the night. Tyler, you come back to yourself in your body after a minute.
Oh man. Oh God. Something blew up. New Rogue, something blew up.
Something blew up?
Where did you go? You better not be messaging that. Were you messaging that person you weren't supposed to message? Says the cleric, Billy Bob, staring you down.
Shadow Nemesis? No, I was talking to Del, or not talking to. I sent her a message, but something exploded. They all look like they're really badly hurt, but they're alive. But do your were-tiger friends? Do they know how to? This is a magical land. Do they know how to heal people?
Oh no, they're
the ones that are going to escort them.
They're just incredibly talented murderers. You don't trust a cat with medicine. That's what I'd say. Deep down inside, they just want to see how things come apart. They don't want to put them back together.
How fast will they get to my friends?
Probably faster than we would, I guess. I mean, you can go back if you want. You just have to give me the pea powder if we're not going fishing.
I can't. I don't. New Rogue here is the healing guy. I can't.
I'll go with them, Tyler. They need your leadership there, but these people need my leadership here.
You're going to go fishing?
I'm going to go fishing. That seems like the best thing to do. I need to show them that I have their back, and you need to show our friends that you have their back.
It's like it feels like you're the one who is capable of healing people, and I'm the one who has a spell that can get us off the ground to enable the fishing. But if you've got like an off the ground thing and you can teach me healing or something, maybe we can do that. But I don't think there's time.
Okay, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I just didn't know if I was supposed to like. No. That makes sense. We shouldn't think about it too much because we're losing daylight, and you said there was an explosion. So okay, yeah. As a leader, I take as a leader in this realm, possibly, who knows my role. I listen to my fellows, so I will go back and I will heal the heck out of the people that's been exploded.
Oh, okay. And
everybody's alive though, right?
Yeah, it looks like Rumple Foreskin lost a leg though. I heard Del try to fix it, but it doesn't look like it worked, even with healing magic. Maybe. You can send messages, right? To Arthur Denton.
Sure. Oh, yeah. He can make a prosthetic.
If you think like a leg would like fit through the tube system, maybe he could make something and send it, and you can deliver it. And
I should tell him right now though, because it probably takes him a long time to make things.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Good call.
Tubes.
And a tube appears out of the ground next to you, popping up from a misty base.
What do I write on, or can I just yell in the tube this time?
Take a commercial break right there. New Rogue, are you going to yell into the tube, or are you going to try to find something to write with?
No, it's faster to yell with urgency. Time is of the essence. Hey, Mr. Denton! Mr. Denton, can you hear me, please? The bone horse, Rumple, Foreskin, his leg's gone. We need a prosthetic for a bone horse. I don't know which leg, so maybe make one for
back leg. It's back leg.
Tyler says it's a back leg. So a back leg. Make a back leg for a horse.
Can I remember which side, left or right?
Can you roll me an intelligence saving throw?
Yeah. Save? Okay. Intelligence save. That's a +4. Total of 21.
Back right leg.
Back right leg.
Okay, it's a back right leg. Can you do it? Thanks. I'll tubes you when I'm over at the location.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Seriously. Now I have died in Ravenloft. Okay. You don't get a reply.
Okay.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Oh no. That's okay. That's a 3.
He definitely got that message. He's just busy working on the leg.
Okay, I have a feeling it's getting done right now as we speak. He's just busy.
I trust you. You're the tube guy. You were entrusted with it. You know how to do it.
I'm the tube guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check in. I'm gonna run. Actually, I'm gonna pick up Jack Magnum, and man, I don't know how to hold him properly. I wish I had like a little thing so he could be with me all the time.
Harness to keep him in?
Yeah, like a little. I'm just gonna hold him, and I with one free hand. Actually,
are you trying to make a Bjorn? Is that what you're trying to do?
I don't know what that is. I just want a harness where a baby sits on the front of me. So, sir, whatever you say. Yeah.
Yeah, they call that a Bjorn. Just a second. Who's got a rope? And you just see Billy Bob start taking rope off from around their belt where they've got a loop, where she's got a loop. And Midas chips some in. She looks at you, Tyler, and just says, "You got any rope?"
Yeah, in my cloak of convenience, but we're gonna need it for fishing. I can't spare any. I'm sorry.
All right, then I'll do what I can.
Wait, so how am I getting back there so quickly?
I
don't know, man.
Ride a tiger? A were-tiger?
All right, she rolled a 25, so she loops you a majestic rope Bjorn that holds Jack Magnum perfectly in front of you where you want.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. From one cleric to another, I shan't forget this.
You don't need to. Sometimes I can help, but sometimes if you work for that one. And she points down, and you look down, New Rogue, and see on your feet as the mist moves away, leather boots of a pale gray with mist rising out of the top of their cuffs. They're wrapped around your feet. They're comfortable, and they aren't melting.
Guys, Tyler, look, my feeties.
I see, man. That's awesome.
And I dance, I just
head.
like dance. I'm so happy.
In my head, I briefly wonder, like, are those goatskin boots? Because that's the common thread here between stuff that he can touch and not hurt. But I will not vocalize that. But I look concerned as I see you dancing, like, oh, yeah, good.
And look,
good,
no
man.
harm is done to the boots, and therefore no creature.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm really sorry, Billy Bob, Thortan. Is there a were creature among your tribe that can go at a mighty speed? I wish.
Of course
to ride
there
it.
is. The fastest, boldest, and strongest creature there is. The boar! And she immediately, her bones start breaking and fur bursts out, and it's absolutely disgusting until she turns into a giant 300-pound boar. And she goes,
You are the most majestic creature I've ever laid my eyes upon, madam. May I ride you? Okay, Jack Magnum, prepare to take transit. And I'm going to step on the boar's back. I'm not going to use my hands, though. So I'm going to hold the ropes right near the head of Jack Magnum, and I'm going to brace that way, and I'm going to just tighten my legs on the sides of this boar. Okay, and I'm just going to have to do this, and I'm hoping that my abdominals, just hold tight well enough as this boar hopefully can go a mighty speed.
Can you roll me an athletics, but add a d4 because you feel some magic enhancing your ability to hold on? Perhaps a certain boar has cast guidance on you.
Oh.
Okay, athletics. Okay, oh my goodness. All right, that's a 17, and the 4 and is a 4, so 21.
Hell yeah. 21.
Wow.
You hang on as this boar runs like awkward boar lightning, just scrabbling up and down these hills, sprinting into the distance. Tyler, you are... Tyler, you are left behind with Midas Fern, the other fisher, who's still carrying the 2 long rods over her shoulders. She looks at you and goes, "Nah."
I guess it's you and me. I've done all I can here. I'd only slow him down, so we might as well get to work on trying to feed you folks. I guess we were on our way to your worm fishing spot, wherever that would be.
Nah.
Lead the way, I think.
And she sets one of the rods down, reaches into her vest, and pulls out a tiny piece of paper that she holds out to you.
I look at this paper.
It says, "I can't talk."
Okay. Can you understand me? Nod
Reaches
if you
into
can
her vest,
understand me.
Takes out a second piece of paper and holds it out to you. It says, I can't talk, I can listen.
Why do you have...
And then she reaches into her vest. She reaches into her
two
vest
with-
and hands you a third card.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yep.
And it says,
What does it
"Yes,
say?
these questions are standard. This is my last card."
Okay. All right. You've got a tight card economy here. You say I can't speak, but I can listen on one card. So you don't need the I can't speak card. Maybe if you want to write a third thing, that's your freebie for next time. If you want that, I'm going to give these back to you. Those are your 3
She
cards.
snatches the cards back, it gives you the finger, and then picks up a rod and is ready to walk.
Okay. Well, I understood that too. And I'll pick up the other rod and I'll say, I guess I'll maybe try to learn to do this with you. If that's a good idea. Or I can leave the rod here if that's a bad idea. Why don't you give me 2 grunts for good idea, 1 grunt for bad idea? Okay, I'll just put it down. What? I'll pick it up again. 2 grunts, got it. Okay, and I'll walk.
And you both start walking over the hills. Meanwhile, our friends have been searching, trying to find a leg. Adam, can you roll me a perception with advantage because you've been searching with the Dr. Deputy?
All right. Oh, yeah, perception 0. No, I don't even check anymore. It's like so many times, right? Yeah, 0. All right. Okay, 19.
19. You find a hoof. You don't find any bones. You can see some bone shards and some other burning things, but you do see a solid hoof.
Okay, I'm going to collect as much as I can. Like hoof, anything that looks remotely bone-like, like little shards, just like as much as I can. And I'm going to kind of hold them in my hand and go over to Rumple Foreskin and be like, I found your leg. And just present it and see what happens.
I feel like normally I would have been really angry, but you saved me from this whole fiery explosion thing. So like, I actually just really appreciate the effort that you put in. I didn't think anybody would like do that for me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. I wish I could have found more, but I picked up as many pieces as I could. I like, maybe there's a spell that we can, the more leg there is, the more we can grow. So I kind of just figured maybe.
I hope so too. And then you hear a glorious piggish cry from over the hill as a boar comes sprinting down, being ridden by New Rogue, hanging on to his Bjorn. And New Rogue, you jump off because you rolled well enough that I won't make you do a test for this. And you arrive at the site.
Anybody call for a healer?
Yay! It's New Rogue. Oh my God! Thank you.
and Jack Magnum. Yeah. Okay. Who's hurt the most? Everybody's bleeding. The Rumble Foreskin, sorry, is missing a leg, but don't worry, buddy. one of those is being whipped up for you in Protection Town as we speak. 100% guarantee or your money back.
Oh, I have bits of leg. Can you like heal the leg bits to make like a leg?
I cannot do that with my current skill set, but wow. I can dull the pain. I can bring you back to full health, but I can't reproduce lost limbs, I don't think.
And with a horrifying, you watch the bones all break inside the boar, and it stands up to be a sturdy lady in her mid-50s who just tightens her clothing on. Just says, "Oh, so I'm here to help too. Yeah, we can't do the leg thing, but did any of you see that?" And she points into the distance, and snaking their way towards the Barren Hills from the castle floating over the lake is a procession of carriages, each with a lamp upon them. And you can see riders on the top and the flicker of metal reflecting the light of the torches as you realize a caravan of darkness is approaching your very position. And that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too.
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Abe, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia de los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, Gus Schreider, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.